Hey guys, James here, and today we've got another camera accessory which I can't believe how good it is actually. I just had to share this with you. So last year we were filming a lot of weddings and I realised I didn't have a monopod anymore, and I really needed one for quite a complex wedding where we needed to do multi-camera stuff, leave some tripods set up and do a bit of roaming work with a monopod. So I looked on Amazon, as I do for everything, and looked at some reviews, and I thought, I don't want to spend £120 on a monopod. I'm just not going to get the value out of that at all. So I went for the Amazon Basics carbon fibre monopod, just to kind of tide me through one wedding and see if it was any good, and honestly, a bit blown away. Comes in nylon bag. It's not the best quality thing in the world, but it certainly works and it stops it getting knocked about in the car boot. I don't usually take it out on a shoot. I just normally kind of carry it loose, but it's really good to have that, and it's got a strap on it if you want to carry it around like that, or lash it to a backpack or something, which I've done, and it works really well. So here it is. It's a really simple monopod. It's in 5 sections, and it actually comes with a wrist strap, which I've actually taken off because it was really annoying, and it comes with a rubber foot, and it comes with a spike as well. I've not used the spike because I'm usually inside and in places with very expensive floors where I don't really need to kind of spike it into anything. So for me, not really a priority, but it does come with it. It's nice that it's included, just if I ever need the option. It's always in my spares bag. So rubber foot, it's twist lock, and it's extremely long. It's about maybe a foot longer than the Manfrotto monopods I've had in the past, which is really handy for getting kind of higher up shots over people's heads, especially at weddings when you're doing speeches in a really kind of confined space. It's great to have an extra bit of height, and ceremonies as well. It's really good for that. But because it's also really long, it's also great to use for other stuff. I mean, I don't use it with a head, I just use it screwed into the camera. And got an A7 here with 24105, and I just screw it into the tripod socket like that, and that does me. So to be honest, I find the kind of overcomplicated things of the video heads on a monopod a bit too kind of slow to use. I don't use them to the full advantage anyway, so for me, just having the simple option is great. So you can walk around, you can just kind of plant it wherever you want, you can adjust your height really easily with the twist locks. Like, yeah, I find twist locks on a monopod a lot faster to use than clip locks. I like clip lock tripods, but I don't like clip lock monopods. We had a couple in the past and I just didn't get on with them that well. So for me, that's a great solution. It's extremely lightweight. Like, I can't believe how lightweight this is. It weighs, I'll get the spec and I'll give you the Amazon link below, but it weighs like way less than like any of my lenses. I think it weighs less than the 55 1.8 even. So yeah, it's not a pain to carry around anywhere. This rubber pad kind of smells a bit when you first get it out of the bag, but yeah, that soon fades, and it's quite comfy to hold because it's not metal anywhere. When you're using it in a really cold situation, we actually shot a bonfire night event with this. It's actually a lot better to hold than a aluminium monopod, because you don't get freezing hands, and you don't necessarily have to wear gloves when you're using this, which gives you a bit more grip as well. I really like the fact that it has these grippy rubber bits here, because if you're just using it as a short extension to your camera, you've got a natural hand grip there that you literally can't let go of. It's like that Joby Gorilla Pod that I reviewed the other week. These rubber grips just give it so much tension, and it's really good to shoot with. Another way that I love to use this is as an extension to my gimbal. I use a Zhiyun Weebill. I'll get it for you, I'll show you. I've got the transport locks on because I don't have I think the camera that I'm shooting on is the one that's balanced on the gimbal, so yeah, that thing can't balance it. Anyway, so yeah, if you've got a gimbal with a tripod mount in the bottom, honestly, this will change your life. carbon fibre monopod, so it weighs nothing, on a tiny gimbal that weighs nothing, and you can get all sorts of kind of overhead and crane and jib shots and big sweeping movements, all from a really, really kind of lightweight thing. Plus, sorry, you probably can't see the top of this, but you can plant this and have kind of a gimbal head on your monopod, and then you're ready to move as well. And you can easily extend it out, get some overhead shots, bring it back in, and yeah, I love shooting this way. I'm still working it out, but yeah, so far, brilliant way to shoot, and a real advantage to having a really lightweight monopod is that you don't notice the weight, because there's nothing worse than building a really heavy rig that you can't really kind of take around with you, and it becomes a burden rather than a creative advantage. So that's another real advantage of this monopod, all monopods really, but this one in particular, because it's so lightweight. Honestly, it's changed the way that I shoot in quite a few ways. Another use I've found for this, because it makes such a lightweight boom pole, is mounting a light on it. Both my lights that have a tripod socket, yeah, I'm using them up here. I've got the Westcott Ice Light and the YN216 Yongnuo thing with a Sony NPF 970 battery on it. You can actually use those and attach them onto there, and then you've got a boom light that you can position if you've got an assistant or you've got someone with you, a second shooter, then you can get kind of some really nice angles, and you can get some follow shots with the lights as well. So we've done that a couple of times. It's something I really want to try more of in the upcoming season. So this is absolutely ideal piece of kit. I do wish it was a tiny bit shorter. If it was like that big, I think it'd fit inside any of my bags. As it stands, it's about 3 inches too big to fit inside any of my bags. But with like the Lower Pro 450 backpack, it sits nicely in the side in the water bottle holder or the tripod holder if I've got my tripod in the water bottle holder, which is a genius kind of little hack for that bag. So yeah, not a big issue, but in an ideal world I would want it to be like that big, because I don't often need the full extension of it, and having it a little bit more compact would be absolutely perfect. But other than that, no real complaints. Yeah, like I said, that bit smells when you first get it out of the bag, but it'll go. And the carbon fibre bit, it seems to be coated in some kind of black powder. So the first time you use it, you'll get absolutely filthy hands like you've just been having a barbecue. But give it a wipe down with anything, soft dry cloth. Even I think I used a bit of washing up liquid, and it was absolutely fine. And yeah, then you don't get black hands, because nothing worse at a wedding when if you're wearing a white shirt, black hands. Oh no, I ruined my shirt. Now I've got to stand there for like 8 hours looking like an idiot. So yeah, be warned. But those are the only drawbacks to it that I can see. I wouldn't kind of think it was so cheap. I think it was £40 including delivery on Prime, and for that, honestly, you just can't go wrong. I don't see the point in spending £120 on exactly the same thing that might last a year longer in the long run. I don't see this failing at all. I mean, my reservations about it were that the plastic locks were maybe going to be a little flimsy and that I wanted metal ones. Honestly, I think I'd prefer having lighter weight plastic than metal that's going to weigh me down, and they've been perfect so far. I mean, I'll do a follow-up in maybe another year. Been shooting this for like 8 months, and it's been absolutely great. So I think if it was going to break, it would have done it already. But yeah, I'll maybe follow up in another year to see how it's going on, see if I'm still using it, and if I've moved on to like a Gitzo or something super fancy and expensive. But honestly, at the moment, can't see it. So yeah, that's what I love about the Amazon Basics carbon fibre monopod. If you've got 50 quid in your pocket and you're looking for an accessory that's going to really kind of up your game in several ways, is going to be a multi-purpose, lightweight bit of kit, because that's what the focus is always on with our reviews, then I can't recommend this more. I really can't. I was trying to find fault with it. There are, minor things, minor annoyances, but yeah, honestly, it's a big stick that you can put anything on the end of. It's really lightweight, it's easy to travel with, and it's dead cheap, so can't go wrong. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I've got a load more reviews coming up of some of my favourite bits of kit for photography and for film, all the way from bags to lighting to audio gear to cameras and lenses. So hit the subscribe button, don't forget to turn on my notifications, and I'll see you next time. See you guys.